The previous day takes out this low. With SMT, I'm expecting some sort of expansion day. We have the small wick to support expansion as well. So you don't have to assume that this high is going to take in, right? But like I said, it's just not clean. And I know probably some people got chopped. So we don't even CSD there, and then we kind of just bullshit, right? Some people probably getting chopped there and stuff. But yeah, you just have to have you have to demand like a framework, and you know have to just trade that. Can't trade every day. You can't have daily buys every day. It's like not possible. Much better just trading a framework that you know is high probable to outperform majority of people that trade every single day. So avoid chop and shit. Oh yeah, copper. I know. Like really nice profile, right? Uh, yeah. Look at this, clean. There's that protraction profile. It's a whole higher time frame model too. So in my journal, I have this this noted my bias this week. It's bullish, and then we could target this internal liquidity. Right, you have the previous month hitting this low, shallow run. You also have a weekly model, right? Previous week can't close underneath previous week's low or any of these lows. So anticipating this next week to expand, right? And then just the way this formed, expansion, the daily CST. Just expecting this whole monthly candle to be an expansion, basically, right? And then you don't want to see deep returns. Right? You don't really want to see that. Same thing on all time frames. All you're looking for within a monthly expansion candle is like weekly, daily profiles, and just like daily models. So, and then obviously daily profiles that support bullishness. So if I go to some sort of something like right here, maybe. Let's look at this expansion candle right here. This monthly expansion, right? Kind of just sweep up slow or whatever. Let me form a swing point previous month. So if I just go like the daily, the weekly, we're already bearish. So you could already lean that, right? And the way this forms, so there's a very logical sense to frame this open high low close. So first off, before we even start this month, can you trust anything to trade away from here? No, right? It's a consolidation. So if you want to frame a open high low close, then what do you want to see? Open high, ideally, into a key level. So to trade away from a consolidation, obviously you want the manipulation high to be created, right? Or you want to trade away from manipulation always. And then once we close the CSD, right, then you can trade away from that. And ideally, this is kind of weird, right? How we expand back into this range. Then we just met with expansion again. So I show like the 4 hour. This expansion of expansion. This is like almost what you have to see though. If we make a deep expansion, you want to see a reversal. If you see consolidation, or maybe like something like this, we leave like failure swings, probably gonna continue. But if you have a weekly chart within this whole month, pretty much, it's just weekly and daily models within an expansion candle, really. Right, new month opens, by the way, right here. Right, we're just really consolidating, honestly. We also open high first, right? Open high first. So this right here is a potential high of the month candidate right here. This is where you would be already looking to maybe, frame the high of the month, but we need to see, what do we need to see? Expansion away from this. But what do we do? We consolidate, which is a continuation signature, right? So we demand maybe this high, right? We expect this high to go because again, we're not going to trade away from consolidation, right? So now we want to see what? We want to see this high being, something like that, but we don't really do that. We just consolidate again. So your next, you want to frame to that high now. You can trade to that. So I remember this day. This looks great to go bearish, honestly. And I traded the, not this day, but the previous day. And mind you, we have this closure here on the monthly chart on this order block. Yeah. So I wanted to frame a bearish day, but look what we have here. So it's like the same thing. Can we trade away from anything? Only thing that we have here is this, but we're within a consolidation here. So I almost demand this to be swept to go lower. So basically, I want to see the wick form off of this high. That's the only area for it to form, by the way. Doesn't need to go higher than that because you don't want to see price disrespect the 50% of this closing candle, and you don't want to see a deep run. You don't want to see a deep run above the open, right? So when I see this, bro, it's perfect how it's forming so far. Hold on, it's like lagging. Like I said, it's perfect how it's forming. We're opening high first. That's always ideal. But what do? We fail to manipulate high. So when I come to like New York session, I'm not really too focused on this day. I'd rather to the next day because why? This opposing bar is very large, so it's hard to anticipate it going all the way down here, right? But you sweep out this high, you get the opposing candle close, and then I'm just waiting for this close. And this is not even that clean, right? It's deep ass from down here. But when I, wait for the next day to close or open, I see that we have basically the same thing. Literally the same thing as this day right here. So this high is still a manipulation high, like potential manipulation high, because we can't close above it. So I want to frame bearish, right? Just with the monthly context. So here, what do? We're just consolidating, right? So I took a 30-minute entry here. So if I want to trade away from, anything, I want manipulation always. So we have manipulation on the daily time frame. Now I'm looking to frame the high of the candle from a manipulation, right? So the high of the day formed from manipulation right here. We're just creating a new wick right here, sweeping all these highs. So when you get this closure here, that's my entry right there. I think I posted this on Twitter or something. And yeah, this is how it should look. Should just be expansion, right? So if I show you the daily here, the monthly high is created from manipulation. The daily high is created from manipulation, right? And then we just expand into the lows. And again, this is how it should look after manipulation. It should just expand. I don't want to see the daily go way up here before taking out all these lows. You don't really want to see that, So it's very important how we react from these things. But yeah, if you go just more recent PA, pretty much the same logic across all time frames, right? We have 3 consecutive expansion day candles. It says low, so you can anticipate a new phase. It's also a new quarter, the year, so it's like a yearly open or whatever. And it's not. I don't know how significant that is, but yeah, I don't want to make two things. I don't want to make things too complicated, right? But yeah, we just manipulate slow, and then you have all these like see these little feather swings here. So this is a target 1 really, And here is the monthly internal range trade, and that's my draw for copper, just going into the next week. But yeah, same thing on platinum, by the way. Pretty much the same thing. I was framing longs, um, just given the context again. So probably the monthly chart. It's just really ugly on the monthly chart, though. It's like really ugly. Let's go to the weekly chart here. I see this manipulation here with a very convincing close. And I also see all these highs. See a bunch of highs. So I don't feel comfortable trading away from that given this close. So I assume this is manipulation. So when I see again this expansion, expansion here, like that's also a reversal signature that we saw here as well on the daily chart. So that's why I would frame the longs there. And is there anything clean here? Yes. So look here. Right, this is like a fractal model opportunity. This is how I trade a fractal model. This is the fractal model right here. There's your entry right there. I'll probably send that in the chat, but fractal model chat. But you see this right here. If we're gonna continue this bullish day, we need to leave again with expansion candle away from key level. What do? We just BS. See this little ass candle? Like that's literally almost a validation right there, bro. And then again, it's just consolidating. So this is when it's uninteresting, right? Look at it. You can already anticipate that happening, bro. Look how it's supposed to form, man. Away from manipulation. You could expansion candles away. You know? You don't bullshit around key levels. Look how we trade away from this weekly key level or this manipulation, right? An expansion candle away, not just this, not little doji candle and shit. You know? I already went over Nas, guys. Oh, you do have news, right? Do you have news in it? PM, right? Kind of forgot about that shit. Like tweaking. Why is that showing up? Oh yeah, the SMC. I mean, it's meetings though. It's not really anything that significant. It's not press conference. So. Dude, I know. YM is AB. You don't know how furious I am. What the fuck, dude? That's hilarious. Not gonna lie. Like I actually got edged so hard. Like, there was no 1 hour CSD on NQ. Frick. Look, I don't know what you're talking about. So look at this CSD. Look on NQ. There's no CSD. So I want to short the weaker what do you call it, pair, you know. If I go on RTY, I think RTY didn't take this high, by the way. Like, look, yeah, it didn't. We have SMT right here. If I just took RTY instead, I would have been in this trade. So that's annoying as fuck. Like here, like we can if this is going to continue, pretty much like we can sweep out this little high. We could do that because this is like a 15-minute fair value gap high. You want to see like a shallow run, basically. Like if it did some shit like this, like not interesting. Probably wouldn't even expand. When's the next open? 1 o'clock open is here, which is FOMC, right? Yeah. Dude, if we get this, if we get some shit like this, like FOMC goes up and then down, dude, I might take it. Not gonna lie. Dude, yeah, US oil is fire as fuck. Copper's related? I have no idea. I don't even think it's platinum. Is it platinum? Wait, if it is, I didn't even know that. That would somewhat make sense. I have no idea if it is. Yeah, I don't really see. It's not correlated enough to anything like for the daily here. Let's just go like right here. Shit, it's kind of like probably go over here. I don't think it's like that much correlation, but it's pretty similar structure-ish. Oh no, I don't know. Like, it's kind of similar. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I think it is, but it's not the strongest correlation. Yeah, I didn't know that though. That's kind of cool. Like what about here? Curious to see if created a lower low. My gosh, what the f is happening right now? There's a little AMD. Can we create like a lower low here? Oh shit. Okay, that's kind of interesting. Wait, October 21. October 21. Okay. Yeah, it's like not terrible, honestly. Yeah, you see, I don't know. It's not terrible, but really not. It's not the strongest correlation, which can be confusing sometimes, bro. When there's no correlation, sometimes it's not like strong. Kind of like weird. This monthly candle goes open eye first here. I wonder if this is SMT. Okay, it is. If you close below here, ideally that's the wick of this candle. See, there better be SMT right here, because what the fuck? That's just gross. Maybe you can use it for like relative strength or something. 0.5. So technically, I mean, there's like SMT right here, but it's just like relative strength. Pretty much this week candle goes open eye first. Oh, no, there is SMT. I'm tripping. Yeah, there is SMT actually. Okay, this has to be the high of the month. Okay, it was. Yeah, it's not bad actually. Not like so bad. I wouldn't use it on like the hourly though, probably, or something like that. I don't know. What the what the hell, frig? You're crazy, bro. Any of you have you mean like this? I can do this as well. I was just doing that. I don't know why I was doing it that way, but I was doing it. Mm, yeah, it's like somewhat correlated though. I didn't even know that honestly. What about like right here? Let's check right here because this doesn't make sense to me. Looks like a consolidation. It just left a consolidation, so it's like SMT here. Okay, there is. Okay. All right. Yeah, I can help with certain situations. Sure. Probably. Kind of cool. I like right there, huh? This is another one that's like sus. 0 September 20th. September 20th. So I think we made a lower low. Yeah. And a higher, and then we create another SMT rig. This just expanded pretty much. Yeah. Okay. That's good to know though. I suppose. Look right here. What about these eyes? I don't think there is SMT there. There's SMT on the lower time from now. There's like weekly SMT or something. There's SMT right here, I think. 16 April. Yeah. SMT like that. I'll probably use it just on the higher time frame. What about NG? Anyone publish for NG? How long have you been shooting? Probably not that long, right? Like an hour or something. Why? What's up? Did you text me and you know what? I'll check. No, those keep going. Oh yeah, I am. What do you need me to check? Uh, what do you need me to check though? Type it right now. Not in here though. So you're a T plus Q teacher. That's Enigma, dude. Uh, oh, what the hell? How they do that? The app. Okay, I'll have to look into that. It's kind of cool. Yeah, I like that more. Just challenge me. Okay, I'll do that later. I'll forget. All right, let's just go over like I'm just bored, so let's just mark up some higher time frame stuff on like a random pair. Dude, son, I'm not reading that, dog. This isn't what you're talking about, right? Anyways, anyways, someone pick a forex pair. a random one. Gold is not a forex trade. Like a cross. We're gonna do like a cross. GJ, okay. GJ. 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 Anyways, I'll look at that later. If I when I was going into the week, dude, this is what I wanted to see was these highs get traded into. Honestly, if I go to like the monthly chart here, I have the previous month sweeping out all these lows. So ideally, I want to frame on open low, high close to these highs, right? We also close up this opposing candle here. If I go to the weekly chart, previous week we hit this fair value gap. So honestly, I want to frame longs, but pretty much Monday expands away. We hit this high, go week closure. So really, it's about intraday profiling, really. So we could assume that maybe we could come back into this fair value gap or whatever. But I'll show you the high probable trade this day. Essentially this. All right, so assuming that we're going to go to the previous day's low. Right, we have SMT within this wick. So really, this is your invalidation point. I would just use this series of puts. I wouldn't really use this one, but it doesn't really matter, right? We want to see some sort of protected high within this range. If I go to the 4-hour chart, you have a fair value gap, right? So the 1 a.m. 4-hour candle opens up here. And we're just waiting for a manipulation always to trade from with SMT. So you see that 4-hour opens high, creates SMT. Remember, every single candle that you're trading, ideally, if it's a reversal candle, you want it to be formed from manipulation and as well as SMT. So that's what we get here. So this could be an entry right here, right? This opposing candle, right? Assuming that this is the high of the 4-hour candle to then trade the body of it lower, right? And this is a daily. Notice how the daily profile, the daily candle is forming. It's going open high first, which is what we want to see if we're going to be bearish, right? From that 4-hour key level. So this is when it trades away. And you could target the pre-stage low. I would just target the pre-stage low in this situation. It does go lower, but just given the context, it's a bit weird. Where I'll show you. Holy shit, this lag is crazy work. Like on my daily chart, you don't really want to, short in a fair value gap, especially like just the way it formed. Dude, what is going on my computer, bro? Just this expansion, like you don't really know if we're gonna get a shallow run within this fair value gap. So that was good RE anyways, like pretty good RR to this low, maybe 50% of the low, or maybe trail or whatever. But yeah, we basically this day here, the close is very important. How we close right here. If I go on EJ, I think it's a bit stronger. Yeah, like look at EJ. Like, probably if we close back inside the range, like I'm assuming bullish, right? Or maybe GJ takes out this low and we form an SMT, then we could go. But when I look here with the monthly candle formed on EJ and GJ, we went open low first into this opposing candle. So like when we form this fair value gap, if this is going to be the low of the candle, like this needs to hold, to go higher. So that's what I was, assuming, right? Basically. And if we just look here, we'll go over like this PA here, like really clean stuff. So same model. If you guys know my model, all it is, bro, I'm going to trade the candle after we hit a key level. So see how this candle hit a key level, right? So we also want to see how this candle closed. Here it's a bullish candle, right? So ideally, I want to see a sweep of this high to then go lower. I don't think there's SMT here, but if you guys know my my approach, then I don't have to have this actually sweep internally to this though. We need to this candle, if there's no reversal inside of here, this candle needs to form a reversal for me to trust that. Oh my god, bro. So laggy, man. So essentially it's confirmed when we close below here, right? And then this is when we expect to see bearish daily order flow and weekly expansion candles. Look at the weekly chart. All it is simply is expansion candles that make up the expansion candle on the monthly chart, right? We can see this hold, and here you're just looking for SMTs within this range. If I pull up GJ, whoops, pull up wrong asset. Right, looking for any SMTs. So if you look here, just at the high of the candle, we're forming some sort of lower time from SMT where we have Monday kind of consolidating, Tuesday consolidation, and Wednesday we just sweep out this high on the correlated asset. Right here. We have a candlestick closure. And then we have the TSD here on Wednesday or on Thursday. Right? You have the previous day high S&P as well. You have this S&P as well. So you want to look inside of here. Since the previous day printed SMT, then you want the next day to expand, right? And that's what we see here, right? And then now it's just about continuation, right? SMT, which you have here as well. Inside of a key level, these opposing candles, right? Then we trade away from that, create an opposing candle. Is there any SMT here? No, it's fine though. What else? I don't think there's any SMT after that. We're just continuing, right? Now it's just about daily and weekly profiles, really. Pretty much. So if you look here, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, it's a weird profile right here, honestly. If I look here, it's like kind of fucking weird. You basically have Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday consolidating. It's kind of weird. And Friday we create basically the range of the weekly candle, because at this point there really is no range. If I go to the 4-hour chart, you're gonna see it, right? We haven't expanded anywhere, especially on GJ. If I show you, we haven't gone anywhere. We haven't expanded in any direction. So this SMT that we see, like UJ, EJ, right? We want to see a daily profile that supports that pretty much. So we open high first, sweep out the previous high. Ideally, I would like to see this high get swept again. It kind of just like takes leave in consolidation, not gonna lie. If I go to like the other asset, maybe we swept it. No, odd. Okay, I mean odd swept it, but I don't know how correlated it is. Usually CHF is pretty correlated. As you see, we don't sweep it here either. I wouldn't even trade this probably, if I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, we do expand there. Crazy expansion too. Holy shit. Yeah, you're basically just trading like daily order flow within an expansion candle. That's all I'm trying to say here. If I go to this expansion here, you're gonna see the SMT pairing. I believe it's with this asset too. I think. or EJ. Maybe it's the weekly time frame. Hold on. Okay, maybe I'm thinking of something else. I'm thinking of something else here. Odd. Yeah, there's like no SMT there. I think there might be. Okay, I think there might be SMT here at the lower time frame. Just play this whole candle out. So basically, previous month candle. That's what I'm trying to go over here. Let me exit this out real quick. So I don't remember if there was, man. I don't think of something totally different. Yeah, I think I am, bro. Yeah, I'm thinking of something totally different. But basically, you just have this low. The monthly candle goes open low first. Then we just validate this as an order block. This is how you trade candle twos. I look at the opposing side of this. We just have this really. These kind of failure swings up here. And then you're just looking for opposing PD rates to support price higher, really. I get propulsion blocks or whatever. Whether you use like mitigate, I don't know what you guys use, but mitigation block logic there, whatever. Yeah, it's just kind of clean, right? But the framework on the, you can't really frame this on a monthly. That's why it's not really a good example. Here though you can, I think. So what you would be looking for is the previous month, like hit a key level on like the monthly. So see this SMT, right? So all you'd be looking for is to frame a monthly open high low or open low high close, right? Pretty much. Let's pull this up. GJ. Right, so the monthly opens up here, and there's already SMT within the wick, and there's SMT. It's like a weird SMT, but it's essentially right here. But I think we can find a better one. If we just look at the other correlate assets, see if there is SMT there. Anywhere. Okay, nice. Yeah. This is what I'm really looking for. It's SMT like this. With a low. So if I go, oh no, let's look at the monthly close here on CHF. Okay, yeah, look at the difference here. Right? Look at the difference between this closure on this asset and the closure on GJ. So you just have relative strength on CHF. So really you would long CHF. Right? And you have the SMT at the lows. So you're framing this candle here as a bullish candle, pretty much. Right, if I go to the daily chart, this is your targets for the month. That's an easy target at least. Here, you got that SMT down here. And then you just see this bullish order flow here. Right. Then within here, I assume that the strength switches for GJ to catch up. I think around here, so the 9th. Yeah, it does. Right, see the strength right here within like this week here. So 16th, 16th, 17th, 18th, go on CHF. So it's just chopping. Basically just GJ catching up to here. I've already took out the objective on CHF, so it's consolidating. But yeah, that's kind of clean there. You can find any more. See if we can see any SMT down here on the weekly charts. I don't think so, bro. I don't think so with 24th. Yeah, there's nothing there, I don't think. You could have traded this though. I see this. Alright, so now you're just aligning essentially like a weekly model or just a daily manipulation with a monthly expansion candle, right? You pretty much just open up here, pretty much open up right here. You just consolidate really. We sweep out this low. So if there's like an S&T here, this is where you can anticipate the monthly low forming because not only is it manipulation, but we're within these opposing candles in the daily chart, right? So putting the upper half, small wick, etc. If there's S&T there, which there is, right? So S&T is when you can anticipate this monthly candle expanding. What else? Oh wow, look at that! What the fuck? That is weird. To expand this. So look at this GJ. I don't know why it's not. We don't form a wick, but it's kind of weird. Yeah, I don't like how we didn't form a wick. We did over here though. But here again, just the same model. Like this month sweeps out lows, forms S&P. So you're just framing the next month's expansion candles. Let's see if you're gonna frame this month here. I think you could have. What is this? 2nd of May. Guess not. I don't see anything. This really is just like a internal. So like these two candles, internal, external. Here, keep out this monthly, weekly low, which is a fair value. See how like you can get really clean K. If I didn't tell you the time frame, you would have thought this was a 5-minute time frame, possibly, right? Same, it's just the same thing. And then here, the monthly candle goes open low first to that, so creates the wick with manipulation, right? So if you look within this candle here, is there S&P here? That's ideal. I don't think there is. There's no S&P midway on 16th. Okay, yeah, there is. Right, so then we expect this high to be taken eventually. And then you still put redistribution SMT with the Monday of there, which we do form it clearly. Okay, so Monday open low, creating SMT at the low of the week on a Tuesday, and we expand again throughout the week. And it just gets choppy here. But you want to see this opposing candle in price. I even think we have like SMT over here as well, though. Maybe not. I haven't seen it actually. Do we take out this low? Okay, nice. You see this here? I think is SMT. Yeah, so it's SMT with GJ. Shit. Right, so you see how the monthly low is created from SMT. And it's just a continuation, like previous candle 2. The daily's already bullish, so you can expect this month to be bullish, right? And then whatever the fuck that is. It's not showing me news, but maybe we create SMC, so you want to trade back into a range, maybe like weekly internal, external to internal or something. Then you need manipulation, right, to trade back into a range. So you get that here, pair that with an SMT, right? It's just fading. The monthly candle doesn't support that, but you can still trade within the range. Ideally, a weekly candle supports that, but it's definitely not. I mean, kind of, right? Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, small range, and then some sort of news event, manipulation. But yeah, so that kind of makes sense. Euro GB, bro, I hate that pair, dude. It's always fighting. Like it's just chopping usually. I think as of recent, last time I looked at it, it was somewhat decent though. Dude, how long ago was this? I don't know when I was marking up. Look at this. It's just so gross. It's absolutely disgusting, man. Like, see? It's choppy. Gross, 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 gross. Try to find something clean. Look at this, dude. That is just nasty. Weekly. Okay, maybe this is decent. Trying to just look for like a manipulation, which has like failure swings at the bottom. So see that manipulation there? You have a swing point here. You have a reversal within it, or expansion, expansion. So really just gonna look for like the inverse to support price. So we go open eye first, which is ideal. We form this CSD. Probably assume that's the high of the week. And we probably just expand. That's somewhat decent. This looks alright. See this fair value gap on the weekly time frame. I could just see equal lows here. Right there. If there's like SMT here, that'd be nice. These equal highs. Hell no, dude. Kind of gross. Alright, this is nasty. Like, we're already leaving equal highs. I hate that. Fuck that shit, dude. I don't know if you can use SMT with this either. On a pair that like I don't know if it's SMT, I demand a manipulation. I'm just never gonna trade away from player swings like ever. Pretty much never. This was kind of clean, bro. This little monthly open low, just consolidate, and Monday manipulation. So open low on the monthly or the weekly candle. We expand away. We retrace into like whatever PDA. basically just EQ of this range. You have this inverse as well. And then you close above that. Or pretty big closing. It's like not bad. What else? I would say some of this is not terrible. Like just a small P8 here. It's not much, but just this manipulation here into this low here. That's not bad. And then we just continue. We're overall bullish. Look at the weekly time frame. Probably going to see like, this fair value gap or whatever. And we close over that. So here, if you know my model, this is it right here. Again, Monday open low. Or that fair value gap. Or opposing candles. So like this is your model from here to here. Like there's some clean stuff, but like this, dude, I'm not trading away from any side of this. I'm not trading away from these highs either, because on a lower time frame, these are just like failure swings. These failure swings. Let's do the weekly candle. Okay, so Monday open low, and then Tuesday as well. So that's kind of clean. And then it just ruins it. Equal close. This is a clean profile though right here. Asia session, London session consolidation. Take out Asia lows, close above. There. That's clean. If I also trade this, I would just be very picky. Like, oh crap. Like, look at this, dude. This was clean here at 140. I would be framing to this high though. He just leaves it. It's weird. Anyways, what the hell am I doing? Yeah, this is like a pair I would never touch. I remember I used to trade this, like when I was a beginner. I used to get destroyed. I used to get absolutely destroyed. If I remember, never mind. I don't think I actually don't think the spread is that high. Yeah, don't. If you trade forex, don't trade this pair. Dead ass. It's absolutely disgusting. Much better off trading like odd CHF or something, bro. Even this, I remember these pairs being a little ugly too. Like any CHF pair, to be honest, is usually kind of ugly. Look at this though. We have like a couple of models here. You have this month here hitting this high, so it's just a consolidation. So you want to see the next months expand away from that. And if you align that with the quarterly shift, the previous quarter manipulated that monthly high into a fair value gap. So do you expect this next quarter to be bearish? So these lows. You have this here. You also have like this month. Just the wick is huge, but oh my gosh, so laggy, bro. We have our valid framework to then target this fair value gap. But this here is what we want to trade probably. Right? 'Cause it's like a valid dealing range where it's protected high since odd CHF. What is this? January or June 2023. June 2020. There's also S&P here, which I think is the fair value gap high or low. Yeah, let's look at this PA. What the hell am I doing? What pair was that? Oh yeah, right. Okay, so you see how there's SMT already? So you're already anticipating bearishness, just internal to external, right? And then we want to see some sort of manipulation here. So you have a weekly model here, right? The continuation. But we actually form some sort of SMT here. Oh, it's very faint. It's like it's literally just right here, pretty much. So you have some sort of manipulation of lows. Right, CSD, we buy model to this. So expansion, into high, consolidation, manipulation. And then you get that CSD. And yeah, you have some sort of consolidation here. See if the weekly candle. So if it's like SMT here, that'd be nice. There's not. Okay. Oh, there's some sort of SMT though. So you see this just in distribution of this expansion candle. You have daily models where you take out range highs, target range lows, like that. And that's SMT right there. So let me check. 14th of October. See that? Divergence there. So now, once we close below, right, it's the same model that we just used in the monthly. This candle manipulated. Once the next candle trade lower. Then you have this candle here, tagging this order block. You want to trade the next candle lower. This candle tagging the order block, the next candle lower. You know, all the way till the previous month's low. So you see with higher time frame, like weekly and monthly models, you could frame daily models pretty much. You're just gonna get daily order flow in a direction. So that's kind of clean. Let's keep looking. Let's go to like a different pair now. I just have like a journal full of like stuff like this. Let's go for like more recent stuff. This is today, by the way, that delivered this to the previous month's low. So same model. This candle hit this high as a weak closure. So it's really a candle two closure, like same thing on the hourly, same thing on the daily, whatever, all the same. And SMT. So really, it would be something like this, where this is your target. Here's your low hanging fruit target. Previous month's low. Weekly chart has already switched bearish. Daily chart. So you open up the week. Pretty much open up the week inside of this, damn near inside of this fair value gap, very, very close. So this is really the only area for the high of the week to form, or this opposing candle. That's it. So we see nice weak closures and stuff like that. And then, use SMT. I don't know if we have any hourly or something. Yeah, I'm not really seeing anything. I did go over this PA here in the lens. Right, so you have this is your invalidation pretty much. So with the way this kind of forms, it goes open high first is ideal, right? then you get this closure here. You have some sort of New York continuation. When I look at the candle, the way the candle formed so far, we haven't really expanded yet to the downside, right? So there's still some sort of room for that. Right? As you see, we have a small wick to the downside, assuming that this is the high of the day. So this is when New York becomes valid to trade. For me at least, I don't like to see a large range basically on New York if I want to trade New York situation. And you have some sort of fractal model right here. Right here. So actually multiple. I'll go to the 4-hour chart. Or was it this day? I don't think it was a different pair actually. Yeah, it was a different pair. But really it's just the same thing. Open high. This 4-hour candle goes open high into that fair value gap. And then you just get the body printing. So some more recent stuff. And then today you have a continuation of that. Whether you trade this or not, expecting a continuation, right? So I mentioned this early in my stream, but when you have a swing point, and candle 3 or candle 2 didn't really expand, then you really want to see candle 4 expand, right? And I think I forgot what was this on. I forgot the example, bro. Forgot the example. It's a recent example of this happening. Oh, it was on yeah, 4-hour chart. Same thing. It's like when you assume this high to not get traded back to, like this is a protected high, which is a swing point. You see how we haven't expanded within any of these candles? You expect candle 4 to expand. Like it would need to expand, basically. Right? Because we expand away from manipulation. So candle 4, like it absolutely needs to. And when you look internally to candle 2 and 3, we're still holding that bearish order flow. So it makes sense. Yeah, that was that. But what else we got, man? Kind of just bored as hell right now. This is technically, I marked this up. This is technically a monthly model, but man, it's ugly. I'm gonna say that. This PA in general is really ugly. This is kind of clean up. Here they go. Friday, 3rd of December. And oh wait. Oh yeah, this is fire. So you can really anticipate. Not every single month you can anticipate. Like when I load up a chart on a monthly candle, like just for this example, bro, like I can't tell you where this month is gonna go. All I could say is, maybe higher probably. So these highs or some shit. Because the previous month didn't hit anything on the monthly chart. When I go to the weekly chart, probably did, right? Hit these highs or these lows and stuff. So you kind of have to, use if there's nothing on the monthly chart, you go to the weekly chart, right? And, if we have, if we're trading away from something, then you want to see the monthly candle support continuation, basically. Does that kind of make sense? So, but when you have a monthly candle hitting something, then it becomes like pretty clear. It becomes a lot more clear. You see, it's just like lower probability, If the monthly is consolidating, it's probably going to continue that monthly consolidation. So you want to wait for a monthly breakout or a manipulation. You know what I'm saying? So here, when we take out this low and also have an SMT here, you can expect the next couple of candles to ideally expand. It's just like here, when you take out this high, when I look at the lows on the monthly chart, I see a bunch of failure swings. So I want to friend the next couple of candles to these lows, and you go here, you're just gonna have you're gonna have fair value gaps on the weekly time frame, the daily time frame. That it's just distribution on the monthly chart, pretty much. Like here. So at this point, I have a weekly model where we took the previous week hit this key level, so I expect the next candle to expand, right? You create an order block. So now I have a swing point on the monthly or the weekly chart, and I have a swing point. So I have a draw, right? All these draws here. So I expect the next couple of weeks to expand. And inside of this, you're going to have daily models pretty much, right? Daily order flow bullish. You want to look for SMT in here as well. So you're going to have, at this point, you're going to have not only the monthly candles being expansion candles, so we're trading within expansion candle, but you're also going to have like weekly, daily, or weekly profiles that support bullishness, Does that make sense? So if I look here, probably going to Monday, Tuesday, and stuff like that, it's low week and all that. So again, Monday opens low. Ideally, you want to see some SMT here or something. And we're expanding, right? Here, Monday, kind of just consolidates, honestly. Let's look here. Curious. You do have like a posy candle, I suppose, right there. Monday. Yeah, I can't really not really that clean. But like stuff like this is when you can already anticipate a Monday or a Tuesday low of the week because you are within a weekly or higher time frame distribution. So you're already expecting these small opposing runs on the weekly chart and stuff. So like when we really leave the weekly open, you don't expect price to come back, you know. So like if you look at all these weeks in a row, so you really have it's not only a monthly model here, it's also just a weekly model where this candle hits this low. You can trade the next couple of candles higher. If I look here on the daily chart, this is absolutely disgusting though. You're just gonna see a bunch of Monday low of the weeks, pretty much. So Tuesday low of the week. This is the first day of the month. Monday low of the week. Monday low of the week. You know. But you're gonna have like SMT and stuff. So yeah. Like here, you have Tuesday low of the week, so that was SMT, right? Also SMT here as well. So but yeah. Here, it's just a weekly model, right? Previous candle hits this fair value gap. You want to trade the next candles lower. You want these candles to be expansion candles. So again, Monday high of the week. You already anticipate that small wick forming. So basically, the previous week already manipulated, and we open up near some key level. So let's say the weekly opens right here. I don't need to see a Tuesday high of the week or Wednesday high of the week. As long as we open high to like a key level and trade away, that's fine, Because not expecting these deep runs. But it's obviously ideal, Like in this situation, the weekly opens here. You want to see it open high first. It does. Into whatever. We sweep this high out for a protected high. And then you're looking for SMT here as well. Pretty much. Right, you see the SMT? Form the high of the week. That makes sense. You're also within. So this weekly model is supported by a monthly expansion candle. See that? So you're basically just having a model, have that being supported by an expansion candle. It's more likely to play out. So just to go into trust and mark this shit up, mark up stuff that worked out. Let's say like this, for example, like stuff like this on the weekly chart, like the monthly chart. I can't really tell where price is gonna go, honestly. All I could say is like I can just mark up previous month's high and low, and then I can go to like the weekly chart. What is this telling me? Well, it looks pretty gross too, right? So honestly, if I go to the quarterly asset, what do I see here? It looks a little bit better. I'll tell you that. That looks a little bit better. We have a swing point here, so I'll probably assume that high. For the daily. So really, you're just waiting for like an SMT to be printed or something to just trade away from. All you're trying to do is just trade away from, some sort of protected high and low. Does that kind of make sense? And then within this, you're gonna have like weekly profiles stuff. But ideally, you want to trade where the previous month hit something because then, like as soon as I see this pretty much here, then I have like an invalidation. I already know where its price is supposed to go. Like let's look here. It's chopping. So ideally on this asset, we actually sweep out the high. I do. If it doesn't do that, I just won't trade it. You know? Oh, it's lagging. Right. So honestly, this month, I can't say that the reversal has been printed because we don't have SMT here. I'm not gonna trade away from that. So let's see what happens here. So we take out the lows first. So we take the lows. I'd probably buy now. I'd probably look for like some sort of bullish eventually. But I'm not trading that, you know? Even though it went bearish, maybe form SMT here. Yeah, you form like some short term SMT. You see this here? See this? That causes expansion, but I'm eventually trying to long this shit. I'm not gonna lie. So you see this weekly close? All right, so look on the stronger asset here, much more convincing close. So this asset, I would want to frame longs, right, into this high ideally. Right, and eventually we come back to the monthly open here, and eventually we get there, but it's just ugly as hell. You get some sort of like bullish order flow, but it's not clean at all. So you can't always frame where stuff is gonna go. When I look here though, let's go over the previous month to that. So a little bit more clear. Right, so you have this low way to the left. So first off, this month here is anticipatable, right? Previous month. First off, you have like a series of expansion candles. So into a low, you're already expecting a new phase, right? And then we have an SMT. On CHF, you have equal highs right here, just with the previous one's close. Like this is stuff that it's so much more anticipatable. Um, right? It's like way more clean. You expand, consolidate, have some sort of manipulation, right? And then, so we can look for SMT and all that. Holy shit. We can form SMT right here. And you form SMT here. So keep this. So this candle here, it did hit a key level, right? This monthly candle on this. See that? So when I go to weekly chart, what are we within? Well, we have kind of bullish, obviously. So if I'm gonna be bearish here, what do I want to see? An open high, low close. So we get that initially. We get that closure initially. Then we form an SMT here, right? So when this fails here, you just flip your bias essentially. Now you have the low of the candle showing that strength, right? Kind of flipping it. So you're not wrong here. If you could have made money here, honestly. There's a model here yourself to go short, but then it flips, right? So sometimes it's kind of two sided where you have this candle here is a swing point, right? But it's also hitting a fair value gap. So kind of have to let the early candle develop. Really. You see that SMT. Now if I go to use future market analysis here, right? Like I see that we have this kind of weak close here. We have these equal highs. Then we form a bullish SMT supporting that this candle goes higher. So obviously stronger asset is also going to go higher. Once that gets created. But you can just see the difference between the closes of these candles. And so this candle is just a bullish candle. And remember, we created that SMT the previous month's low there. So, but yeah, sometimes it's easier, but sometimes not. So ideally, you have I like to frame like weekly and monthly models, and then daily. Like for this example, it becomes so much easier. Stuff like this. We expand, we consolidate after hitting this low, and we manipulate. So just like if this is the daily time frame, I'm looking to see if there's SMT here. Right? There's SMT with this low here. Right? So you have SMT. Now it's just about framing, basically aligning an expansion candle on the monthly chart that would support this expansion on the daily and the monthly chart. Or sorry, the weekly chart. So you see how it's literally just a monthly model, pretty much. Previous months hit this low. You can also see it multiple times over here as well. Right, this candle hits this, we distribute lower. This candle hits this low, you reverse off of this low right here into the fair value gap. Right, we hit this fair value gap. Ideally, this wick is like long enough usually to where like I would want to see it just go lower like immediately, but we just sweep it out. As long as we close bearish again, it's fine. That's my model. Still meets my criteria. Yeah, this opposing candle, whatever. And then the next candle expands. So like literally it's ping ponging, like mechanical here. I want to check out this SMT right there, by the way. Right, so this SMT as well. So it's in terms of external. Go on the correlated asset. We actually never hit that gap. Right, it's just SMT. So, but like I said, you have a weekly, and just the weekly hitting something, or the daily, sorry, the weekly or the monthly hitting something. It's much more clear, obviously, because if you don't know where the weekly or the monthly is going, it's kind of hard. Obviously, it's a way harder. What is this? So Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Let's go lower. I'll sweep this out. I really don't want to see that deeper run, but that's what it is. I think the month open. Okay, month opens low first. Well, it's always nice. Even like over here. Right? We already have the bearish order flow on the daily time frame. So ideally it doesn't actually take out this high. Like I said, when you like expand the EQ of a range, like that's not ideal, right? And we're just really just opening high here. If you look, we're opening right here. We're opening high first, very large opposing run. Then you get alignment here. This is where you want to look for SMT and all that stuff. So let me look here. Yeah, so you see the SMT here. So you can still trade that lower. What the fuck? Oh yeah, okay. This is another fair value gap example here. Okay, cool. Yeah, that makes sense. So you're already anticipating bearishness, and then we form just another SMT. I forgot that we had this gap then. This is a lot cleaner though. This is a bigger asset, so you want to trade this one. What else we got? This is interesting right here, though. It's like when we open up the month here, we have a weekly model. If this candle hits the fair value gap, check out this low. And it just expands to the previous week's high, and then just creates an SMT, and then from there it drops. Let's see if there's like an SMT where the SMT at the lows here. You get a daily CSD. Anyways, I'm fucking yapping like holy shit. I thought you were to high encrypted, but let me see. I think I wanted, if I'm being honest, I think I wanted bullishness on. I wanted bullishness on so Euro stuff, but it's because look, when I go to DXY, dude, like this is just kind of gross. See how we expand back into this range? We have all these lows. Like it's kind of gross to me. I don't like that. So I wouldn't really be framing upwards. Let's see if like this would be clean, bro. If this S&P holds, this would be fire because what we're doing right now, if you have the weekly candle, we have a small wick to the downside. See small wick. So like rest of the week, maybe we fill in this wick, but we have bank holiday, so like tomorrow, so don't think that will happen. But we'll see if this holds here. Yeah, I'm curious to see if this holds, and then we come back into the weekly range to more close with the body, you know, on the weekly candle. But there was some SMT here, right here. The previous day created SMT there, and then if you look, there's a decent profile, to be honest. Creating manipulation of the high of the day. You have a CSD. It's cleaner over here. The hourly or something. Yeah, okay. Yeah, ideal swing formation and whatnot. Oh yeah, 30-minute close. So it's a decent little 30-minute close. So go lower. And yeah, I mean, it's alright. These days are super clean though. Super fire. Like these days. It's on like Wednesday, or Tuesday, and Thursday. So clean. With like nice logic too. Really nice. You know, we're just trading within expansion candles on the monthly chart. You have some nice weekly. Oh my god, so bad. Oh shit. What the hell? Weird. We basically have this weekly series of 3 candles, so we get a new phase of consolidation. Then we manipulate the high of the consolidation to fair value gap. Then you have this weekly internal to external within monthly expansion candles. You see that? So yeah, and I think we get S&T here. Not really sure. And yeah, you're just trading within expansion candles on the weekly time frame here. We have Monday open high, Tuesday manipulation of this on a lower time frame. This is the range on a lower time frame. The 4-hour chart, you see it. It's where you would look for SMT, but have this here, right? Just clean there, and it's like essentially the same thing where you expand here. So like we expand here, consolidate, manipulate, expand here, consolidate, manipulate on a Monday. So the weekly candle opened high. So this high being a weekly fair value gap, small one, but yeah. And then we just expand. And it's kind of met with expansion, which led me to believe that we are going to take this high up. Honestly, so I figured, but then we kind of got this candle, which is kind of uninteresting because you don't really want to see that. Like if I saw, where at? If I saw like right here, this day right here, after the day after manipulation, if it kind of just like was a weak ass close, then it doesn't really, it's not really nice manipulation, right? You see this candle directly after manipulation, it's an expansion candle. It's pretty much what you want to see, but this is kind of gross. It's kind of a strong rejection candle. So that's kind of an invalidation to my idea, really, with the S&P the highs as well. But it is within a bearish range, It's just a really deep retracement, which I don't ever like to see. Like, I don't like to see that ever. See this? This is not a deep retracement. This isn't really a deep retracement. This is like beyond OTE. This is like almost equal highs, bro. Uh, Not ideal. It's almost like this, bro. It's literally this. Damn near the same thing, right? Expansion, another expansion. Like as soon as we get up here, it's like, bro, I don't even want to frame. I also have a monthly model, by the way. So with that as well, I have all these equal highs up here. So it's like, just because we put this little kind of a weak close here, I'm still long, bro. Honestly, I mean, it's validated by a profile pretty much. But yeah, like if I show you copper as well, same stuff. Except, I mean, we took it out in one candle, but let's say we close. Let's say we close like right here. Like I'm 100% expecting this high to get taken. You know, it's just like, that's not a good example. But let's try finding another example. If I go quick, a clean range for you. Even like right here, bro. I don't like seeing this. I would want SMT right here. So I don't even think it is. I don't. I don't know if I trust this SMT, but the correlated asset really. I think it's somewhat correlated for sure, but I just see, the same range that if I mark it out. Like I'm looking for this, like a small opposing run. This is just too large of a run back in the range for me to really like. It's literally equal highs to me, like damn near, you know. So in this case, ideally there's SMT there, but that's with the other asset, you know, much convincing retracement. And then we form SMT right here though, so it's even better. This is kind of correlated, not gonna lie. Yeah, it really is. Interesting. Oh yeah, this board tired. Uh, hindsight only. I'm a fool. Um, what else? It's a valid high and low for you. I have a I have a bunch of streams over that. It's a mechanical process, just like it is with the higher time frame approach. So I have a mechanical process of viewing like reversals and high and lows of the day, which I try to follow. But if you look, it's just it's literally just SMT or manipulation at the high and low of the day. Like I said. So, and if you think about the way candles form, ideally you go open low first, right? So if I go CL today, this fits their criteria. Where if I'm playing a bearish day, you want to go open high first, right? So that's what it does. It goes open high first, and then manipulation, creating the high of the day with the SMT. That's what we have, right? SMT manipulation, and yeah, you get a continuation. So if I look at all these days, really, like, see how literally actually every single day here forms damn near, except this day, but originally right here, manipulation creates the low of the day at the time, right? If you want to frame to these highs, manipulation here, but I wouldn't trade this back in the range. Like, I'm not actually going to trade this because why? Because we went open low first, which is generally how bullish candles form. So I'm not even anticipating this, nor am I going to trade it. This is the only way I can anticipate it, right? We open low first, you open low first with manipulation, open high first with manipulation. So yeah, and then I use the hourly time frame. So if you look here, I'm not trusting any of this as a low day mechanically, right? Because there's no SMT, there's no manipulation in the hourly time frame. So when we come back and manipulate daily range, sweep out all these lows, and then form SMT here. So this is the delayed protraction profile. This is when I can trade the next series of expansion candles, right? Because at this point, I'm trading within the wick. That's kind of the logic here. Is you actually want to trade the manipulation of the day, so you're trading around the opening price of the candle. And then I use my 4-hour model. It's the same thing. Yeah. If I go to a couple of days that I actually traded, here, even this day, I didn't trade this day because I don't trade London or whatever, Asia. So mechanically, what do we have here? It's actually back-to-back days. Same thing. Well, this day hits a key level, right? And it also forms SMT. So mechanically, what do I ideally look for is a sweep of this high, right? Because the previous day hit something. So ideally, the way I want this candle to form and how I demand it to form, again, mechanically, is open high first, right? And then frame its SMT or reversal with SMT. So if you look at the correlated asset, we open high, form SMT with this hourly swing point. So once we close through, and notice how we open high first, right? That's very important. Once we close through here, right, is when we have that alignment. We can trade expansion back into the previous day's range. Right, this day, I can't trade this day. Like, it doesn't fit my model because there's no manipulation at the low of the day. This day I can. Like, oh here, this day was pretty clean. Right, so you really have there's not much here to say on the daily time frame, honestly. Like, you really just have this. I don't think there's any SMT at the lows. At the highs, it's more of like an intraday profile to frame along. That's really all you have, honestly. So you have the weekly candle going open low first, and then you just have right this candle going open low first, creating its low, right, with S&P manipulation. So now it's just about New York continuation. You also form S&P here. So this candle right here forms S&P. Then you just have like clean 15-minute closing candle here, right, to get back on side that long. But I'll show you like this day that I traded, a couple days here. I went over this a couple times. If you look at majority of these days, mechanically all fit the profile. This day does right here. S&P low today, flows through there, right? This I traded back to back these days. So low today is being created manipulation again. S&T traded that day up into the external high, and now mechanically I have the previous day hitting a key level. So now, ideally, what do you want to see? A reversal off the previous day's high because there's no reversal in this daily candle. So, what do we want to see this daily candle form like? Open high first. See this day, it didn't really go to open high first, but it didn't do anything. Right? It didn't hit any key level. It reversed, so it's still fine. Right? The low today is being created from manipulation. That's also what's important. But here, I have this opposing candle, right? Then we have S&T here. And then you get a continuation. And then you had 8:30 news, which I traded in here. So internal to this range distribution, I'm just waiting for some protected high to form to get on side with that to the previous day's low, which is just daily internal range liquidity. So see how it's fairly mechanical process throughout majority of all time frames and stuff. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Dude. Nice. How to jog? I struggle to find time to trade. Should I just run it outside or should I keep being a degenerate and run the 15-minute and lower models? Oh, definitely not. I would say pretty figure the process. So yeah, I mean, like, what session can you trade? Okay, when to anticipate SMT is when you hit a key level, like, is where you expect a reversal. You know, that's where you want to already start to look for SMT. Like SMT in the middle of nowhere, kind of useless, you know. Yeah. Yeah. What session can you trade? Well, um. Let's see. I don't know, to be honest. Oh, Wanda. I have no idea if that's the best one, but I've been using it for a long time. It's been working out. So, so like, if you look on Euro, we're probably coming for all-time high. I think it's all-time highs. Yeah, pretty much. This is going to create SMT. So like, the reaction to this SMT that gets created is important, right? Because you're gonna see it. Like, we're very far away from the high, or I guess this is the high. Some shit. We're really far away on gold, so it's gonna create an SMT, and whether that holds or not is gonna be important. Probably next week. Yeah, I went over that example. Um, where is Frag in here or something? Why is that? I'm doing a live stream with a couple of them, but yeah, I was saying how this high needs to be taken. This high needs to be taken, right? Because we're not gonna trade. Oh wait, you are Frag. What the hell? You changed your profile picture, dude. But yeah, remember I was in stream? I was saying that you need to take out this high, and then you have to name open high first, SMT. So yeah, you could have taken that. But if it's gonna continue, this 5 minute opposing candle, see how we like your trace really deep? That's like a validation. You don't really see that shit. Yeah, silver. Yeah, so I was actually like I'm bearish for this month. Like I want this monthly candle to be bearish, honestly. That's right. You just have like this opposing candle, but you just have like a bunch of failure swings. Like I'm not gonna trust this as trade away from, you know. If I go on the daily chart on gold, it's also there's no SMT there, you know. So yeah, it's just ugly though. To like honestly, it's a bit ugly. We're just like kind of just seeking destroying almost. We're like take out the high, take out the low, whatever. On silver's leading these failures. Not really that clean, but I'm kind of waiting for this to get taken. Then it becomes like really like we always lows. We're pretty clean, so probably are gonna be bullish. But honestly, um, whatever you call it on silver, if we get a weak ass close, probably gonna sweep out these lows, and then if depending on how we close here, we might validate this as an order block and whatever. We might form a bullish SMT, but to go higher. But yeah, like we have like a bank holiday tomorrow, so I have to force myself to wake up. Oh man, that's tough. Day. So do you trade like New York session? Oh yeah, yeah. Sorry, please don't. Okay, New York AM session. Yes. Okay. I mean that's pretty good. I would just. I mean, if you have the hours to trade, I thought you were like trading at work or something. It's not bad then. Trade over like time frames, I guess. Are you finding success with that or what? Now, like if you can trade at work on maybe the hourly time frame or something, yeah, that can work, bro. Daily, hourly. You just need to wait for daily models. So you can have a long watch list. Like if I showed you this, for example, here, right? Just going off of the model that we use, right? Where with a monthly trading away, you have this fair value gap or whatever here. We have this manipulation here, but this notice how what the previous day did. If this is going to be manipulation of this low, then we would have expanded. Right? What does it do? It does not expand, obviously. We just create these equal lows down here. So like I would anticipate this fair value gap holding just to go to this low. So going to the hourly time frame, there could be a setup. I don't really know if there is, but so if you want to trade a bullish day, you want to go open high first. So we do that. Trade this as an opposing candle, you could say. Something like that. If I go here, here it becomes a little bit cleaner where we form this SMT right here. So really you want to, like you can market execute on SMT if you're like an hourly trader. Like as soon as it forms, because you're already in a key level, right? You're in a fair value gap. So you can just market execute that. There's also SMT at the high of the day here. So maybe you just take this trade, whatever, but your stop loss is going to be a lot bigger. And yeah, you just have to have daily targets. You enter somewhere here, and then you target that daily external. So it's the same. It's literally the same thing, like quite the same exact thing, but you just execute the hourly time frame. If you use my approach, where like you demand, um, SMT and manipulation the high of the day, then it'll be a lot easier, in my opinion. Because like you probably should not return it, but gold from a classic like yeah, it probably won't go bearish this week. But what indicator do you use for your high time frame vertical lines? Oh yeah, so is what's his name in here? TWX in here? Does anyone have that indicator they can share? Because this one is like a paid. It's like a not a paid one, but I got from T Trades, and like I've tried to share this with people, and it brings up like a monthly subscription. So there's a free one though, but I don't have it. Yeah, I appreciate it. Yeah, someone's gonna share. Yeah, there it is. Pretty awesome. Oh, this is yeah, yeah. I saw that yesterday, bro. When I looked at the risk there, because I trade minis on 50K accounts. When I saw the risk there, it was like $800. It was ridiculous. So I was like, I can't take that. I took it with like 2 micros, but it's like not. Yeah, but if you use the daily chart, you're basically gonna have daily models. So like daily, internal to external, right? Or daily, internal to target, but you're gonna wait for a daily manipulation to get daily expansion back in the range, not this choppy stuff. You don't avoid that. You basically always want to wait for manipulation like in and out of fair value gaps. And you also want to be within monthly, weekly expansion candles that support those ideas. So even this, bro, hold on. I'm trying to find like a weekly fair value gap that gets tagged. Yeah, kind of like right here. Let's just look at these 2 examples here. So first off, like here you have just a weekly time frame doing it. So weekly model, weekly manipulation out of it, or you're gonna have a lower time frame manipulation in here out of this fair value gap. So I go here, so there's no manipulation here, but if I go here, it really is none here, so you need to see if there's SMT here. Ideally. And if there is none, then I just don't really trade it. Okay, so there is SMT rate. The 13th of July, I think. Yeah, yeah, so you see this SMT here. So you're just pairing an SMT, just manipulation, with key levels pretty much. And so here you would expect the next week to expand, right? Because this week hit the key level, expect the next week to expand ideally. And you see how this weekly profile forms, where it goes Monday open low first, creates maybe some sort of lower time frame, whatever, some sort of shift. Ideally, even inside the weekly candle, you ideally will see some manipulation by SMT. But let's go here. So Tuesday. We just have a nice close here. So Tuesday. There's gotta be, huh? Should we manipulate on this asset here? We take out that low. I'm not seeing that on 5 o'clock. Okay, there is some sort of SMT here. So you see how 5 o'clock was the low? Like on the hourly time frame, probably a manipulation. Yeah. So here's the SMT trading the low of the week. So it's somewhere over here. Something like that, right? But yeah. In this day, there's really not much you can take. Maybe this, bro. But again, it doesn't fit my personal criteria. What you're looking for is like, do we have a within a candle two closure? Do we have that reversal? Yes. Now it's just about validating this as an opposing candle. Technically, like you do have this, but it's just kind of ugly. It's kind of early on in the day for me to decide to really like trust. So I personally would. That's like not my model personally. I don't know if this day manipulates. Okay, this one does. So see this, right? You could trust this as a low there. Okay, so see how mechanically this is valid, right? So the other asset I couldn't trust, right? But just wait, just wait for that low that if you put in that you can actually trust. And then you get your hourly opposing candle. Like this is like pretty good example, I would say. You just trade that. Yeah, I would trade it the same way, man. Um, yeah, a bit choppy though. Dude. Like I probably just wouldn't trade this overall. But that's essentially how kind of have to view it. It's literally what I do with the hourly. So I trade like hourly models, 4-hour models within like a daily candle and a weekly candle, pretty much. But majority it's just within a daily and a 4-hour candle. So you would be doing daily models as your lowest time frame, right? And your confirmation is hourly chart within weekly and monthly candles, expansion candles. So it's all the same thing. I could do it, but it's like I day trade it. And if you can hold overnight, it'd be better for you. Yeah, I'm probably gonna end it all up soon. CRT? Do we actually go bullish for real? Oh no, I would not long that though. I would not long that dog. You're an ugly day, bro. You're like gold doing shit. We did end up going. Oh, these other fucking sus. See, like I would never trade silver long here, like because I'm not trading away from failure swings. Do that. Gold here, I can't technically either. Doesn't really fit my whatever you call it, fucking profile, right? This day, mechanically, you can take this though. You're an hourly trader. Because what did the previous day did? It expanded into a high and created SMT. And now you're just reversing off that high with that small wick. So it would look something like this. Like you just take that. Let's go for like 2R or whatever. This day I can take two. Like you're gonna have a lot of like decent trades, honestly. But I would take it around the opening price because continuation, a lot more risky. A lot more risky. So you almost want to take on the first CSD, um, like literally right here, pretty much. If I show you some examples of the price just kind of just consolidating when it comes back, like today actually, like you would need more conviction to take this. Like, let's just say you take this, right? It's just too late in the day to expect continuation, pretty much. You kind of have to understand the difference then. Or like this or some shit. Like if you're trying to enter on like this order block, it's just too late in the day. The daily range has already been printed, you know. It's more likely to be choppy. So you want to enter around the open price, first manipulation. This is a really good example here of an hourly trade. Why wouldn't I long? Because it doesn't really make sense. It's in terms of like the daily chart or even the daily profile doesn't really make sense. Yeah, it's my 4-hour model, but it doesn't. The market's gonna take it. I don't pattern trade it. So the daily is bearish, right? I mean, previous day or today didn't really trade into anything relevant here. Really just looking for this low to trade it to, right? We have opposing candles, supporting price, whatever. So yeah, I would be bearish here. And the daily profile, it also goes open high first. High is created from manipulation, right? So I'm looking to trade. Let me hit this fair value gap. I'm looking to trade your continuation, right? And there's a couple red flags here. First, it's because the drivers that we had didn't actually expand away from this fair value gap. That's one. So when you look at it, like coming into 10 a.m. basically, it's just chopping. So you have to demand this high to be taken. That's what I was saying before it happened. Like I'm not going to trade away from the shit. So when we open high first with the 10 a.m. candle, I want the high of the candle to form here. Like this is what I want. So just like the daily candle, I want to have manipulation in SMT. If there's nothing to trade away from on the 4-hour chart, then I have to demand that basically, you know. So we get that initially. So now this needs to support price, and what you don't want to see is an SMT at the lows. So we have in a deep run like this, which is what it does. Right? There's no willingness to trade away from this opposing candles. So that is it's just a red flag, and you just avoid. This is when you just don't trade at all, because it's more like a chop. It's like you anticipate chop, right? Because there's no reason for price to. If it's gonna go bearish, bro, like there's absolutely no reason for it to not go bearish from right here and just expand. So when it doesn't do that, there's also no reason to long. It doesn't make sense. The way they candle form with this long ass wick too doesn't make sense. So you get chopped either side, you know. Just a bad gross day. PM probably. I don't trade PM at all. Yeah, like at all. Pretty much. New York AM is gonna be like majority of the volatility and majority of the daily move. Dude, how? Oh, because I remember it. Like, look, I just remember it says PA. You see the SMT at 10 a.m. right there, and the SMT at the low. Um, yeah. So, I have a good question. Look, made the low of the day. data manipulation. How can we get on track with London expanded? These new traders also think shows that it's how to. Okay, I don't trade New York session. If that's what you're asking, are you asking would I trade New York session if London expanded like that? Because I never do. I hate. I tell you, dude, I actually cannot stand when London expands. Um, it's honestly low key even like this, but let me show you an example. Like here, I would never trade, bro. Just never. Um, because like when I open up the session, bro, the daily range has already been created, like damn near. So it's like how much more do I expect this daily candle to go? I can't, you know. And majority of the time, we're either gonna come back with the range or just consolidate when both sessions just expand. I'll show you some examples of that. I'll try to find some. So this is I traded this day, by the way, on ES though. Just pretend like this is a bearish day. I would not look for continuation this day. I don't care if it comes into a fair value. Like I just get my most losses that way. Like, I swear to God. But what you want to see, even right here, bro, when 9 o'clock opens, you see how it's Asia or London low today. Said we actually put in a valid low today or some shit. This is when I will trade though. I will trade it because we haven't yet expanded yet. You know, there's a big difference. So I would expect New York to expand, right? So say this is a CSD and we manipulate or something. And I could expect 9 a.m. to create basically the daily range. Does that make sense? I'm try to find an example for you, dude. It's not happen. It doesn't happen too much. Like you don't see London expanding too often. But I want to find an example for you, bro. See, this is not bad. When I open up 8 a.m. here, we haven't expanded yet. Right? There's no real expansion. Daily range is not really large. I think there's like SMT or some shit as well. Yeah, like previous day high SMT. Right. So like I can still trade this pretty much. And when you open up like 9:30 and stuff, if you want to see 9:30 like create an opposing run or a protected swing to trade away from pretty much, and you want to see it expand away from these highs and stuff. So if you look here, maybe there's like an SMT. There's like a lower time from SMT for sure. Yeah, like right here. But then this it's not that clean, but if I look here, 9:30 straight up expands as you see, and then on NQ or on ES we create a higher high pretty much, and then we close to that. So exactly what you want to see. Pretty much 9:30 opens right here. Make an opposing run. SMT. So once we close through that opposing candle, that creates the opposing run. Because that's like a continuation pretty much. But let me try to find a freaking example, bro. Okay, here's honestly a pretty good one. So prior to 9:30, like look at the daily range pretty much, bro. It's already so the wick is large, right? So it doesn't really look like a large run, but this range in general is just a large range. So and it already took out an objective. It already took out an objective, so it's like I'm not even interested in this day, bro. As you see, we just bullshit pretty much. Damn near. I think we actually come all the way back down to this low. For S&P. Yeah, we do. So it's just a weird day, in general. But this day, I think AM trades traded. I think I traded this day too, but if I remember, there's 5-minute S&T in here somewhere. Maybe. Yeah. Yep. I traded this day. Yeah. Right here. So like I said, when you expand away from the open, a driver is going to create a protected swing to trade away from. That's what you see right here. and I'm pissed because I took this trade on NQ, and I literally just took TP right here, and look what happened. Dude, I missed out on a monster move. It was crazy, bro. I was pissed. It was like 2 hours just to hear some real all lower time frame. But I just generally don't like trading those days. It doesn't happen a lot though. It really doesn't. And a cool statistic I'll tell you from the lens the AM got is that's Asia session is actually 40% of the time high or low of the day. Isn't that crazy? And there's a specific way to actually know, but I'm not gonna leak that. But that's like more of his stuff. I'm not gonna say that, but that's a cool statistic. That is very interesting. Wait, is this example that I just went over? It's not, I think it is, bro. Oh yeah, I went over this. Yeah, this is not bad, right? Because the driver, we create that SMT right here. This is 930. Not bad. Where is it on the course? So look at the 7-hour candle. He kind of goes over the logic with the 7-hour candle. Or just at me. Yeah, at me in the chats, and I'll tell you. Yeah, it's an interesting stat. I didn't know that. 42% time. That's something you cannot disregard. It's literally the same as New York session being the high low day. London session is like 20%. Yeah, so there's a specific approach. So like I traded look this day on whatever. So I'm always trading away from manipulation, right? But if you look at this, I got to go far replay. I'm always going to use the driver when I think that age is the high of the day. When it doesn't really make sense to revisit that, I always use the driver. You have to use the driver. Create something. So you see here. So it's my model where the previous day hits a high. I'm expecting the next day to expand lower. And it was just daily consolidation. So daily expansion, daily consolidation, daily manipulation, next day expansion. At this point, you have Asia high of the day. You have an hourly opposing candle. Right? So I'm expecting that this high not get revisited. So I'm just looking for a lower time frame manipulation, the driver. Like I need to trade away from some sort of protected high, and that's what we do here with 930. Does that make sense? We have S&T here as well. Feel like a YM. So YM creates a lower low. So I traded this day to this low down here. This very next trade. It's nice. Thank you guys. That's probably true. Let me actually look. I traded for some reason. Who's this day? Um. Oh yeah. So like when I opened up 930, like we just opened up right here in the middle of nowhere. Really opening up 930 in distribution. So and 930 just expanded, so you can't really get in that trade. So when I look at RTY, I see it's actually doing something that I demand, like a opposing run to the draw. So I just trade RTY. Pretty much that simple. I can't actually do anything with ES and Q because it didn't do anything. Maybe like a 1 minute opposing run, but not even actually. But I'm not gonna trade this here. Like 930 opens up, small opposing run. I'm not gonna trust that. Not really gonna trust that there. I did take something. Which I find it for you. I'm just gonna find it. Oh yeah, here it is. I took this on like in QE. Those are two. So this was my draw way down here, pretty much. And like I said, the previous day we hit that high, right? We hit this high. So I traded this day and this day, variously. But the profiles are not ideal, right? Where you have the high of the day being literally 1800, so not ideal. You have like some weird internal manipulation, right? See this Asia highs are created, but it's just at a relevant time, you know. Um, so I'm gonna use 930, and when you see 930, basically open up a gap. Usually when it's already in distribution, 930 is just gonna expand, right? I'm within it. I'm within a 4-hour expansion candle at this point. Um, so when you see 930 fail to really trade from this low, it's just a continuous change, right? And this is when I saw there's actually SMC in this gap as well. There's SMC right here. And then 930 just closed below here. That's my entry right there. I took it over here. Basically, I think I trailed it. So I trailed it on like the 1 minute. I didn't get like the maximum R. If I remember it, maybe it was right here. I think it was. It's on Twitter. I have to post it, but I think I trailed it right here. And thank God I did, because look what happened. Let me sorry, play. It came all the way back up. I just chopped today. But I think we created SMC with here, some shit. No, not even. It just did that. So can't really anticipate that happening. So yeah, I just trailed that. If I took a break even right there, I would have cried. Yeah, I'm gonna end this stream number. I've been go for a while. Um, I'll catch you all later, guys.